drifting some worms here. Well, that's not true. Drifting worms on the main rod. On the handlines, we got cut bluegill. We spent the past 2 days fishing for bait. Still having a lot of trouble finding shad, but no problem finding bluegill, which is sort of what I do. On the crappie rod here, I'm pretty sure we've got a channel cat here. The cats are definitely in this deeper water, I believe. I've marked some pretty nice sized cats on the oh, loosen up the drag a little. There we go. I marked some nice sized cats on the sonar there. Finally got that cable right. And let's see what we have here. I don't know, maybe like a 2 pound, 3 pound blue cat, maybe. And about, what, 38 feet of water, I believe it is right here. And we're trolling at probably like 0.5 mile an hour. We got both trolling socks out. Wind is, I'll cut the motor here out, the wind's picked up. We're kind of bumping it in and out of power as the wind picks up and dies down, light and variable. Oh. Oh. Not a big guy, but you know. Yep. Oh yeah, nice little. Yeah, I thought he was pulling like a blue. Baby blue, huh? Now this size blue I like catching for sandwiches, man. Yeah, little baby blue. On worms, hey? Oh, come on. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. Little baby blue, you know. Right in the corner of the mouth. A good solid eating size blue catfish. Now, if we were fishing on the Tennessee River, that catfish would be probably 2 or 3 times this size. Just the catfish just get much, much bigger on the Tennessee River than here. But this is a good eating size. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, I guess I have to mark this as gruesome, but here you want to cut their gills with a knife. So and you'll see the blood gushing out, and that's all. That's the most humane thing you can do for that fish, is to cut their gills if you're gonna keep them and eat them. It makes it a much better quality of meat if you do it that way. The bluegill I'm only using for bait. See the fellas doing work over here? There's a pipeline of some kind here. I don't ever anchor or drag or do anything of that sort right here unless I get above that pipeline or below that pipeline. So I'm gonna do a U-turn and head back upstream. No current though, no current. Current in the Blackwater in the summertime is hard to come by. It won't see any current until it starts. The fall rains get here. The temperature is definitely turning, so it won't be too long before it gets that fall rain. salted bluegill today. You know, catch a ton of bluegill, put it in some ice cream salt, and that's it. Someone asked about salting baits down. I have a video somewhere on the website or here on the YouTube channel how I've a detailed video on salting bluegill. I'll try to remember to put that up here somewhere. But simply speaking, whatever bait fish you're using, take it, you know, generally with bluegill, I'll clean out the guts. And then I'll chop them up, chop the heads up or fillet them, however I want to do it. Get rid of the guts, then I salt them. You go to the hardware store and buy swimming pool salt. Swimming pool salt. It's the cheapest way out. You can buy like 40 pounds of salt for like, you know, $7, $8, $9 or something. And then you get your little bucket, put a layer of salt, I don't know, inch thick, cover it up, put your pieces down, then put another layer of salt on top of it. Put your another inch of salt, put more pieces on top of it, and you're gonna layer it, alternating between salt and meat, salt and meat. After a couple of days, this meat will completely harden up, and it won't smell rotten. It'll just smell like salted fish, you know. That salt will suck out a lot of the water, and you pour off that water in your backyard or somewhere out in the woods or something, or out there on your river, and then and I top it off with a bunch more salt, and it will greatly toughen up the meat, makes it leathery, makes it last a long time. I mean, and the oils are still in there. It's just got salt. Only thing I really don't like about it is salt is, well, it's corrosive. So in a metal boat, you generally want to kind of hose your boat down after you've been out there in it. But you can preserve baits a good while like that. Now, the next step beyond that would be to cure the baits in my 3-2-1 brine cure, which I'll try to remember to put up here, which is 3 parts, what is it? I think it's 3 parts, I forget what it is. It's borax, salt, and sugar. And that will make it last even almost, I've had bait a year on the boat like that. The salt here, it'll keep it going well enough. It won't last a year, but the bait will last long enough that I can just fish with it without having to worry about having to go catch fresh bait all the time. If you're a type of fisherman who doesn't enjoy fishing for bait, I would highly recommend that you just get some worms and a cane pole and catch a bunch of bluegill one day, and then get you a little salt bucket like this, and be done with all your bait fishing, and then just do all your catfishing with the salted bluegill. Saltwater fishermen do this all the time with pilchards and anchovies and sardines, things like that. I just took that method and just decided to do it with bluegill. Haven't tried it with shad. I have tried it with those little black salty fish, but those little black salties, the salt would eat up their bodies so badly that they wouldn't be much left. So a fish like bluegill has a nice thick firm meat that will leather up really fine in the salt and in the cure. Never tried shad, never tried skipjack like that, but my primary bait is bluegill for catfish anyway. And although I would prefer fresh shad, a lot of times bluegill comes up being number one. Think about the number of bass fishermen that have salt on their rubber lures and stuff, and, you know, soft plastics. It works. The fish like the salt. Rinse your hands off in the water often, because the salt can eat up your boat. You can. Trying to drift, trying to troll, trying to anchor, and oh, hope he didn't come off. No, he's on. Oh, he on there. Oh, come on! He came off right there. Yeah, that was a gar. There's no slime on the line. The meat's gone. That was a gar. and the line's all chafed. That was a gar, my friends. Oh my goodness. Never been up here before. The bite's very slow, nothing's really happening, so. Should have brought my trekking poles, huh? Oh, I see. I see. We'll get my crappie rod and those worms. Let's just see what we can do. Looks like just limestone. I've seen canoeists and kayakers come up here and then get out and hike and stuff. Boaters do as well. I think it's a lot of, oh, this would be perfect for my, oh, wow. Oh, it's about 10 bass. Oh my gosh. What in the world? Should have brought my center pin rod up here. I've been spooked him now. I had no idea. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Is that, it's just stacked in here. My guess is that when this floods in the spring, a lot of rocky bottom, so you can probably gonna hang up a lot. Yeah, my center pin reel would be perfect for this. Those bass were incredibly shallow. Just cast here. Let's just see. We may be able to hike all the way up to the dam there. Yeah, it's like just limestone bottom all the way here. We're not even... Had no idea all this was up here. I'm seeing bass just fanning. I can see their fins and stuff. You may not be able to see it, but I do have the polarizing filter on. Little minnows. Like walking on a different planet. This is kind of like below Lake Harris there in Tuscaloosa. You can hike down below the spillway. I haven't been down there in many years, but you can. Definitely need the cinema camera for this. So all this was underwater at one point. I imagine when it floods in the spring, it just covers it. These rocks are way too smooth for it to be. Well, we could cross here, but I would rather have my trekking poles and things. And if we walk on the bottom, we'd pick up some. If you want to know what the bottom of this river looks like, it looks just like this. Rocks and algae and sand. Let's go back down a little ways. So I'm not sure how much they had to dynamite this stuff to build the dam. But this is a natural shoal. What they call it's a shoal is what it is. Most dams are built on shoals, as they say, because that's where it's naturally shallow and you can't pass, and so you build a dam there on a lock to help barges move up and downstream. So it looks like you almost have an upper pool here and then a lower stream here. It's limestone rock, man, that's all it is. Probably cross there. God, it's natural. You could, if you were one of those stone stackers, I don't know if you've ever seen it. There's people who stack stones and make beautiful art with the stones that stack. You could do something nice here. Yeah. You could do something nice with some stacked stones here. Stacked stones would be really pretty here. Yeah, I see somebody on the other side there. I'm guessing people come up here to go fishing. It's shallow enough to hike. And there's probably a bunch of fish up there that get stuck, and up there it's like fishing a whole lake. But I'm a river man more than I am a lake man. The water is carving a trench right down there. You can see where the water flow is. And it's carving it. This whole crack here. This whole crack here is carved by water. I surmise. So do all these cracks like this one? Is that one carved by water? Looks like it. At some point. It's like a microcosm of what the river's doing to the whole landscape. And you see the little veins and things. After I brought the hiking boots, these limbs work, man. Get you some good boots when you're fit for fishing, man. You never know where you want to go hiking or something. You know, just get you some good boots. It's the dam over there. Or the lock. That's the lock. That's the dam. This is the shoal. And there's a ton of fish here. It's so shallow there, they're skittish. They'd probably never bite. I could probably throw my cast net and catch 20 bass right there. But it would be illegal because you can't, game fish have to be caught on line and hook. Line and hook only. But the cast net is fine for bait. You just can't, you can't It's just for bait. Be careful not to twist your ankle when you're walking on rocks. That's why you wear boots, help support the ankles and stuff. And it's oftentimes better to walk toe to heel instead of heel to toe. Nice little adventure, but I'm not catching anything. I'm just wasting my time. Let's head up to the Tennessee River tomorrow. It's probably going to be better. This was a good shakedown trip, nonetheless. By Dad's standards, we're definitely... Dad would have been halfway to the river by now. 5:40. Let's hit it. Gotta tell me to take right? Are you kidding me? We're right here at the river, man. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, here we go again. Neutral. Take it out of low water mode. Now we're ready to run. Easily 4 or 5 times as wide as the Black Warrior. Easily. Alright, we see satellite, see here. Quick draw maps, quick draw contours, start recording. And so now we're recording our maps. Only about 12 feet deep here. Like that turned. Big advantage to handlines. Every single one of those is tangled up like crazy. See my hand lines? No tangles. No tangles. That's why I really kind of hate riding reel fishing. They're about to start pushing some more current. First time I've heard that alarm. Water temperature is 80.3 degrees. It's actually 2 degrees cooler than the Black Warrior down at Demopolis. That guy got out of, I saw that one boater, right? He just streaked right across. He got out of there in a hurry. Oh yeah. It looks like they're kicking up the current some. Too many boaters up here, and I can't hold in this current the way these big boats can. I just can't hold in the current. I don't have a trolling motor powerful enough, and I don't want to mess up their fishing either. Watch this guy. See him? How he's drifting? He's in the really fast current. That's how you catch them up here on Wheeler. I mean, you just getting that. You just right in the swift water and just drop your rod and go, and you can just go back bouncing all the way down as far as you can. Let's try to catch some skipjack. Trying to fish this current seam like you've seen me fish on the Black Warrior a lot. Just trying to find some skipjack. If we can't, we're just going to go downstream, maybe find some shad. If that doesn't work, then we can have to start fishing with some, with our bluegill, salted bluegill. Salted bluegill is sort of the backup bait, really. Sorry for the shaky camera. The head's got to be on a swivel today, and my cinema camera usually stays at home these days. Quarter ounce, probably need half ounce. Pressure here, that's why I don't like fishing here. A little bit too much current up there. We're down about a mile or so. And we'll just sort of drift along here, see if we can learn a pattern or something. Let's get our... This is our salty bait or whatever. Oh, there's a nice big bluegill head. Use to rinse off a little bit of the salt there. I'm just gonna hook him through the eyeballs, and that's it for him. The guy was over there talking about jug fishing. Tell you one thing, we're marking 0.56 on the. Oh no! Come on now. I believe we just lost the rig. A lot of hydrillas and things here. Yeah, we did lose the rig. May bump it on up to 30-pound line here. That's what we're looking at. That's my map. So we're recording maps. We're looking at the sonar. 0.55 miles an hour. We may even need to put the drift sock out. These are thread fins here. I should have brought some more ice, but it's about the same size as the fish that I would raise. Remember the fish I'd raise? Once these shad die, they'll start rotting real fast on you. Doug Stange at In Fisherman came up with a way of rigging minnows in a way that more efficient. He used the tail, but these tails are so small I just don't use them. So you put the body on first, and here I'm putting a second body on because these shad are so small. That's fine, I don't mind the small ones. I kind of like them chunked up like this, and Can you see? Trying to make sure I'm. So you got a body. And I'll put a head on. Just kick him through the eyes, and then the head will. Generally, you put the head through the here like so. So I got 4 pieces on like that. See that? Nice bloody. All right, that's what you want. And then we're just dropping them here at the bottom. Got something caught on that fresh caught shad too. Oh, back off the drag some. Yeah. Do a little back bouncing here. All right. Corner of the mouth. Corner of the mouth. I forgot if I got 20 or 30 pound line on here today. Corner of the mouth. Yeah. Yeah, that ain't too bad. Yeah, nice pretty little blue, huh? Pretty little blue. Pretty blue. We keep them, I don't know. Caught him. Pretty blue, huh? Pretty little blue, huh? Pretty little blue. Tennessee River blue. Yeah, I'm gonna let him go. You come on back, get your mama, come on. I can just kind of hold, I can actually just make way in this current at idle speed, and that's just a 20 horsepower motor. So now we're right here, we're starting to lose way. So you're bumping in and out of gear. So we're gonna get a little above this part where it's a touch bit calmer. There you go, you're getting it now. Yeah, he got it. He took it, baby. Yeah, he didn't know if he wanted it. Shad, fresh cut shad. Oh, it came off. Came off. Came off. That fresh cut shad's working. That's sort of the Doug Stange inspired rig. If all you got is these little old shad, chop them up, man. Just chop them up and put 2 or 3 shad on one hook. It works. Cumulonimbus clouds are piling up, and this one's gotten to the point where it's almost about to let loose right over us here. That looks like rain. Need to plan some more trips up here. I like it. It's just so far to drive. It's about 2 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes from my house. So I know some of you are having to drive 3 and 4 hours. So this ain't really all that much, right?